Now let's discuss about conditional logical operators. So what actually, this is not really difficult to master. So for example, under if cycle, we could have 2 or 3 or 4 or many actually conditions to be fulfilled. But then how do you line them up actually under the if statement? So for example, if first condition and second condition or third condition and not fourth condition, something like that, okay? So how do you really go by that? Let's open up conditions tree logical operators and see how that really works. I just want to open this quickly just to check what we have so far. I'm going to delete, right? I'm going to delete the previous work, okay, and use the blank solution to show you how things really work, right? Okay, right here. All right, so what do we have right here? Okay, we still have two variables, a, b. A equals to 22, b equals to 44. And what do we do right here? We have two conditions to be met, right? So we can have condition and condition, right? And dependable on the first condition, if it's true, or second condition is true, the result will be something, for example. And now there is actually some logic right here. Okay, if, for example, let's mimic first of all a bigger than b. Oops, a bigger than b, and then a equals 20, right? And then what happens right here? So we have two conditions right here we have, okay? But before we get any further, let's go back right here to my slides and kind of go through this. So we can have two conditions, if first condition and second condition, or if first condition or second condition, or if first condition and not second condition. So let's go back to the back further, and then if we have a logical operator that compares two conditions, right, and with the AND operator, then if the first condition is false and the second condition is false, then the result is false, okay? If the first condition is false and the second condition result is true, then the result is going to be false. If the first condition is true and the second condition false, then the result is false. And if both of them are true, obviously the result is true. But let's see how this applies in code, okay? All right, so I will write here now this condition true, all right? And let's see what happens, condition true, all right, and else, okay, console, right line, condition false, okay? So what do we have here? If A is bigger than B, is A bigger than B? So we have immediately false and false. So since we have false and false, the result is going to be false, and the result is condition false, okay? So basically the condition is not met, all right? Condition false, okay? You see, that's how it really works. So these are very important that you learn them. Now let's cause true and true to see what happens, okay? So if A is smaller, we say, than B, and if A equals to 22, then the condition is met. That means that condition is true, because true and true is true, right? And that's why. So basically this is very important for you to understand. now let's move forward a little bit. We have the following situation right here. What if we have OR operator, logical operator, and this is the two lines, vertical lines, and so if we have true and true, so true and true will give us true, right? Condition true, let's say. Okay, if that's correct, condition true. Am I right? Okay, but then let's call this false and false and false. Okay, false and true. Let's call false and true. All right. And why is that happening now? Condition is true because one of the conditions is met. Because this condition is met, and then because we say if this condition or this condition. So basically, if one of the conditions is true, then the condition is met. Okay, that's why basically we have condition true, because this is false and this is true, and when we have false and true, the result is true. Okay, so keep in mind that these are the logical steps. Okay, now not. All right, so what happens right here? The following applies for not logical operator. Okay, but let's get back in code right here. Okay, so okay, so I have a very neat sample down here, comparison. All right, so if, for example, we say the following: if A equals B, but we use a negation. If they are not equal, then console write line not equal, right? Because 22 is not equal with 44, and that's what we should do. What we should get, I'm sorry. Okay, so it's not equal, okay? That's how this applies to the situation, all right?